Is being a successful dentist too stressful? My name is Paul, Dr. Nacho Goodman, dentist of 2 decades, practice owner of 15 years, and that answer is definitely yes. Being a dentist is part awesome, part annoying, all the time exhausting. So on Talking Nachos, we are bringing you amazing key resources and sponsors that are here to de-stressify your life, here to make you feel less like this on the inside part of your body. What does Dental Nachos do? We're here to help you increase success, decrease stress, and reduce the number of times you feel like crying inside a day, because that's where dentists and people in dental offices have to keep their crying. Before I start our show, I want to bring up, we are having a Dental Nachos Fall CE Conference this fall in Philadelphia. We're going to talk about building a fee-for-service dream team. We're going to talk about how to decrease annoyance with dental insurance. We're going to talk about how to communicate with patients. It's going to be fun food, friends in Philadelphia. You do not want to miss it. To join that show and join that CE event and get an awesome discount, text the word Travis. My team can bring that up to 215-543-6454. So I'm ready for my first guest when my team is ready to bring them up. Awesome. So we have a fellow dentist himself running around his dental office, keeping his sweating on the outside, crying on the inside. He's been to Philadelphia events, Dr. Christian Reinecker. Christian, how's your dentisting day going so far?
Pretty busy, but smooth, fairly smooth, let's say.
Yeah, what you could say is like it's controlled chaos at all times in a dental office,
yes,
right?
Yeah, you're right. Sometimes crying on the inside, but
yeah. So you are part of our Job Connect program, and we just had Addison Killeen on a show. He did the associate manual. We'll get you one of these copies as a free gift for being one of our awesome Job Connect clients. But you are here to talk about, you are looking for a dentist to hire.
Yes.
To share the joy of full contact arts and crafts on people that don't want to be there. Absolutely. That's what being a dentist is. Yep. So Christian, tell us a little bit about your practice, where it is. We'll bring up your text code here too so people can reach out to you.
Sure.
So why you're looking for an associate.
Sure. So our practice is, we actually have 2 practices, which is a new development. But our main practice is Reinecker Dental Group, which is in Reading, Pennsylvania. So it's about an hour outside of Philly, maybe an hour and 15 to Center City. And we have another practice, which is called Revere Dental Associates, which is in Sinking Spring, which is a little bit further out. Our younger doctors are rotating through both practices. And we probably 70% PPO, 30% fee for service. The Revere location is probably more 50-50. And the situation is that we have been in practice here for about 5 years in our new location. There's 4 doctors, 2 full-time and 2 to 3 day a week senior doctors. And we found ourselves in a situation of helping out another dentist who was sick, unfortunately. And we have been covering his office for the last 4 months, and recently decided to take over and purchase, and we closed on that practice on Friday, but have been working there for about 4 months.
Congratulations. You're the owner of another dental circus. Yeah. I mean, practice. I mean, circus. Yeah. So how many dentists do you currently have working with Tilda?
We currently have 4, and we're looking for somebody to add to our team full time. Very, very busy to the point that, we know that we need help, and looking for somebody who's a good fit. I mean, a great personality fit is obviously very important, but
I'd like to bring up now, Christian, my failed dreams of being an NBA basketball player. That was my real dreams. My parents lied to me. Not all dreams come true when you grow to be 5'9". But you need a 5th person to fill out your basketball team.
Yes, you do.
One of the things I like to bring to life, because you have a practice similar to mine, we have 2 locations, we have multiple dentists. It's awesome to have the camaraderie of multiple dentists that you can go to for support, whether that's in person or via text.
Yep.
That's something you guys do for each other. Share questions, patient challenges, help each other check hygiene. Is that part of your guys' team play?
That is, and to be honest, having people at different stages in their careers, I think, has helped grow the practice. I mean, everybody's coming at it from a slightly different perspective. And I'd say there's pretty much no clinical situation we haven't been able to handle because we have somebody who at some point has experienced that. for the first couple years of my practice, I did practice by myself, and you feel very isolated. And I know
It's quite lonely.
Yeah, I remember just I will say I wouldn't be where I am today without that situation, but having everybody else there makes it it makes it more fun, but I think it makes the care better because you do have that sounding board every time you are in between a check or, in a situation you're just sort of not used to.
I love when people describe that because for a while before Dental Nachos, I was doing solo practice ownership at our satellite practice.
Yep.
So you described it as you wouldn't be there where you were without it. But I'm going to guess you don't want to go back to that life.
You couldn't pay me enough money to go back.
That's why I say, I don't know how old your kids are, but I have a 3-year-old and she's, I don't know what the words for it. She's insane. So I'm on the street and people go, that is the best time of your life. Make sure you're grateful, Paul. That is the best time of your life. And I go, oh, how old are your kids? They go 40. My kids are 40. I go, okay, hold on. Do you wish they were 3 again? They go, oh God, no. And I say, that is such a weird way to describe the best time of your life. But
I got the 4 and 6-year-olds, so I'm right there with you, man. So
now let's dig into the details. I know you have to visit. We're in Reading, PA area, and outside that. How many days a week are you looking for an associate? Full-time, part-time?
So full-time, and we consider full-time 4 days. I mean, obviously, I will tell you that our practice could undoubtedly, if somebody said I wanted to work 5 days, we could absolutely accommodate that. But full-time,
dentisting hours are dog year hours, so 4 days is good. Now,
4 days is good for me. You couldn't get me to. I with covering this other office, I've been working 5, and I'm at my limit now.
I know that feeling. Now, tell us about what procedures will this dentist be doing most of the time?
Okay.
Crowns, fillings, extractions. What procedures most?
So I would say 99% of what we do is, crown and bridge, lots of implants. We don't do the surgical placement in our office. Our main office in Exeter is about 5 feet from our oral surgery colleagues, and we have a very nice reciprocal relationship that we sort of made the decision not to place. I'm not against placement, but for us, from a business scenario, that we're so busy with the other stuff, I haven't felt the need to add that element to the practice at this point. So mostly restorative dentistry. We do quite a bit of full arch implant treatment.
Cool.
Full arch hybrids, obviously, removable crown and bridge. We do a fair amount of root canals. Of our 4 doctors, only really 2 of us do extractions. One is me. The other one is my father, who's one of my associates, if you can say your dad's an associate when he doesn't listen to you.
I like that.
But
he said, bro, I don't own this place anymore. I'm just an associate.
Right. Oh, yeah. Well, hey, Dad, can you do this? No, I can't. Yeah, so sorry. But no, so we will do extractions primarily, again, with the proximity to oral surgery. I sort of leave it up to choice. I would never have an associate that did not want to do extractions and say, if you're here, you got to do it. Same thing with endo. We have a very good community up here in Reading with lots of, quite frankly, talented specialists that I would have never thought are in Reading, Pennsylvania. So we got a good group here and very close relationships with the group. So we're able to focus on, I early on in my career, I did a lot of, I did some perio surgeries and I did, some implant placement. And as my career has changed, I've found that if I'm this busy with the other stuff, it's better to just focus on the stuff that I
just say you focus on what's fun for me. I focus on what's fun for me. So we got the location, what they're going to do. Now, just give us an idea. You don't have to say $128,000, but how will your associate be, before we wrap up, how will your associate be compensated? They say, hey, Christian, I can go there. I can do those procedures, but I got student loans. I got food. How will they be compensated?
So we do a daily guarantee. And then in our area, sort of standard is about 30% of production. I'm sorry. 30% of production, not collections. And we do no lab costs up to $4,000 per month.
Nice.
So
it's nice perk.
Yep. So unless you start getting into a whole bunch of full arch hybrid type cases, you're really not doing that. I think the only one who routinely hits that lab bill is thus far has been me. I've been the one primarily doing the full arch cases. My younger associate has one in the works, and we're going to work on it together.
Oh, nice.
So that'll be her first case.
See? Full contact arts and crafts together.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
nice. Not even arts and crafts. That's like video game stuff. That's even better.
Yeah. So I offer health insurance for the doctor, a CE stipend, obviously coverage of licensure and whatnot, and yeah. So
Awesome. What you've described is a really awesome opportunity to be part of a team, learn from other dentists. You're in an area, only an hour and 15 minutes from Philly. People can text this number to learn more. But if someone wants to just check out your website, Christian, what would be the best website to check out?
So the best website is www.reineckerdentaldgroup.com. The other office, like I said, we just officially closed, so the website isn't up and running yet for the Revere Dental location, but it will be. But it's going to be the same, not necessarily the same team, but the same doctors crossing over. I did want to make a point. One of the things that is important for me is mentorship,
Nice.
because I was lucky enough to practice with my dad and have some of his buddies always sort of there to bounce ideas off of. We do have the satellite location, but I like the idea of a rotation out there because I never want to put a new dentist out on an island and say, hey, go.
Yeah,
go.
it's really smart of you to do that. I mean,
fair.
I always like, dentist ideas sometimes are just like, what are they? They're insane. Like, I'm going to get an associate, put them on a day I don't work with a team member that's new. So love what you share. I'm going to let you go back to your patients, Christian, but can't wait to see you in the fall. You're going to be at the Travis event.
Yep.
And
I'll be there tonight too.
Oh, cool. Come tonight. We're going to have some associates there. Look at this. We have 2 people on the show who's going from TV to in person. Is this my birthday? It feels like my birthday, Nacho.
It must be.
Awesome, Christian. I'll see you there. Thanks so much.
Yep. Have a good one,
guys. So as you guys can see, Dentist Job Connect strives so hard to bond dentists together in a fun, amazing, affordable way.